Hello, and welcome back to the Clean Power Show. I'm here with my good friends Jacinto and Mercy at the house in Lindsay. It's a completely solar-powered house. And let me just ask you a few questions. First of all, what got you interested in getting solar panels on your house in the first place?
I think the idea of free power was what motivated us. We realized that paying more and more on electricity was going to continue, so the idea of having a free source of power was just very attractive.
On my part, during the summer, we used our air conditioning very little because it was very expensive. And, living in the Central Valley, the heat it's pretty strong. And so that was my source, that I would be cooler in the summer and be able to afford it.
Mm-hmm. So particularly the financial aspect of it, an additional benefit, the environmental aspect they didn't mention, but it's there. So how much did this cost you, and how soon do you think it will pay itself back?
Well, Mercy probably knows more. We did the work, and she was paying the bills. What would you estimate?
We used to pay about $4,500 a year on electricity with the Edison Company, and last year our bill was $1,500. So I say we've saved about 75%.
75%. Okay. And I understand this is a 10 kilowatt system, produces 10 kilowatts every hour, and on a bright sunny day like this, it's running your meter backwards right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So,
and we're in the middle of January. We just had the coldest period, the coldest 3 weeks, and as long as we have sun, the panels are generating electricity.
And contrary to popular misconception, it's not the heat that produces the energy,
no.
It's the sunlight.
It's the sunlight. So as long as, and even on some overcast days, the meter, you can still see that it's generating electricity. But on a clear day like this, it's the best.
Right. Another thing I noticed, these panels are here in your backyard. They're not on top of your roof. Like you might expect when you see most solar houses, they're on top of the roof. What led you to the idea of putting it here in the backyard, considering especially it's quite a ways away from your house in addition?
Well, having the space helped, and our house has Spanish-style tiles, and we didn't want to drill into the tiles, and also it would have an impact on the view of the house, the atmosphere of the house. So we opted for having them out in the field, and because we had the space, and then the other factor was that our neighbors have theirs on the roof, and in the summer when it gets dusty, they get dirty, and it's hard to climb up there, and maybe a little dangerous to clean them. And so here I get my hose and a little bit of water, a little bit of soap, and in a half hour they're clean, and it's a lot easier to clean.
And also the other factor was that we found out that placing it out here, because we had the space, we were going to get the more money. We're going to get more energy for our money.
Right, because you have more room here, more exposure to the sunlight. Now, talking about maintenance, because you mentioned cleaning the panels, you've had these for about 2 years so far.
Yes.
How much maintenance has really involved on keeping these panels up and operating?
The cleaning, that's the main part, and sometimes some of the weeds in the summer can grow, and so I need to keep them down so that they don't create any shade on the panels. And I have to also think about my landscaping, not to place any trees where they would overshadow the panels. But other than that, maintenance free.
Yeah.
I think our biggest surprise, our biggest challenge has been convincing our kids that we don't have an unlimited source of energy. They think that because we have solar panels that we can run the air conditioning 24 hours a day and the heaters and things, and so it's been a challenge. Cost of energy is high when you use a lot of energy, and so we have had savings. I think that we could have even greater savings if our kids were to turn the lights off every time they leave, and they're not going to be in their rooms, or the computers if they're not going to be there. That's been probably the biggest challenge.
So in other words, the fact that you're getting free, clean energy does not negate the responsibility of energy conservation.
No. It's wasting energy when you are not in a room and appliances are on, and it doesn't make sense, and it costs. So somehow some folks get the idea of solar panels will be a source of unlimited energy, but it's really we ought to try to save and just use the energy that we need, because it will have greater savings.
Right. Because there is a limit to it, and any excess energy that is not produced by the panels, you have to ultimately get from the electric company. Now, this is a net metering system, so it does not use batteries. It's a direct connection to the house. Any excess energy that is not produced by the panels, you get from the electric company. Any energy that you're not using runs the meter backwards and is credited to your bill. So it all averages out over the year.
Yes.
Now, looking forward, do you have any additional plans, maybe expanding the system or adding any other alternative energy to your house?
If it becomes attractive, and if the help from the state is there, I think that it would be a real possibility.
One area that I think that I would like to pursue is, saving energy with our pool, or not with our pool, but being able to get
a heater
for our pool through solar panels.
We have people come to the house, and it's very rewarding to say that our house is pretty green, they say, because of the amount of energy that we generate and the energy that we're saving that would otherwise be used from coal burning type of energy.
Right. And also, like he said, it's been rewarding, especially when we think about our environment, that we need to do something to not be wasteful. And so with solar panels, I think we're more energy saving, but we need to do the conscious thing about what we can do also in addition to the solar panels, like turning off the lights when we don't need them.